Thing about New York City is there are nobody drives a car in the city. Nobody even has a car in the city. I just sold my wife's 2007 Ford Expedition that we had. It's like an SUV type of thing, you know. Just sold it, but before we sold it, we were storing it in Stamford, Connecticut, because we had it at a parking garage in Stamford. Because if you park it in Manhattan, it costs $700 a month. $700 a month to park it in Manhattan. That's insane. So we were parking it in Stamford, Connecticut for $70 per month instead. That is fucking nuts. Imagine paying $700 a month to park a fucking car that you don't even use that much. Or at all. I mean, I think I drove my car into Manhattan a total of twice the entire time we've lived here. That's insane. Couldn't imagine not having a car. Especially couldn't imagine paying to park it. Well, thing about Manhattan is you can get anywhere without a car. You can get anywhere without a car. But it's going to take you about 30 minutes, no matter where it is you're going. Unless you're in your little neighborhood. Like, Greenwich Village is a little neighborhood. And if you're going to somewhere in Greenwich Village, like the hairstylist, hairdresser, or like the grocery store, something like that, you can get there in 5 or 10 minutes. Anywhere else in all of New York City will take you about 30 minutes, no matter where it is. You could be going from, well, you guys probably don't fully understand the context because you don't know the area as well as I do. You could be going from like the east side to the west side of Manhattan, and it'll take you about 30 minutes. Or you could be going from Central Park to Queens, and it'll take you about 30 minutes. It's, give or take, rough estimates, but the subway system will take you anywhere you want to go in about 30 minutes, and that's pretty convenient, honestly. Wonder what you'd do if you needed to leave the city. That's a good question. It depends on where you're going. If you want to go to Stamford, Connecticut, like I did, I went to Stamford, Connecticut once a week to move my car, to let it run for 20 minutes so the engine didn't die on me or something, I went there once a week, and I took a New York Metro North line. Basically, I took a train from Grand Central Station to Stamford. There's a train line that runs basically everywhere. There's one that goes to Boston, Massachusetts. There's one that goes all the way to Washington, D.C. And from Washington, D.C., you can go to West Virginia or anywhere else. There are train lines that take you anywhere. You can also go to LaGuardia Airport or JFK Airport. Those will get you out of the city. Once you're out of the city, you're going to have to rent, though. You're going to have to rent a car. No choice on that one, really. But we don't leave the city, really. There's everything that we could possibly need here, so yeah. I have family in Connecticut. There's no easy way to reach them. I would have to rent a car. Because no trains go to their area. But, my grandpa died, I don't know, a few months ago, November maybe. I went to his funeral. My grandma didn't even recognize me or remember my name. So, I honestly have no reason to go up there. I'm just not even going to bother. My family is... They're living their lives without me, and they're happy with it, so... I'll move on with my life without them. Build my own family here. Never owned a car, nor do I have a driver's license. Living car-free is great and saves a ton of money. Absolutely. New York City, it's a waste of time and money to own a car here. Waste. No point. And I'm loving it. I am so glad I don't have to own a car anymore. Deal with maintenance and upkeep and, you know, washing it and cleaning it and paying insurance and just, God. And getting, like, worrying about getting a new car, like, every few years, you know. Am I going to be able to get a new car? Just fucking sick of it, man. I hate dealing with cars. Glad I don't have to anymore, honestly. No, honestly, I'm good. I don't need to go out. I am more than happy to just sit my happy ass inside for 2 years and do nothing. Well, not do nothing. I work. I'm happy to sit inside and find things to do inside while I work. Hey, welcome, Chem Panda. Oh, man, I'm in a situation where my car is like a fifth limb, right? Yeah. A car was absolutely mandatory when I lived in West Virginia. Because everything was so spread out, and their public transportation system was garbage. There was nothing good about their transportation system. You needed a car. You needed one. You could take the city bus. They had a bus, but it ran like once an hour or something. And it went really, really slow. So you'd end up spending 2 hours in transportation, or even 3 hours, just going from, like, you know, your house to the mall or something. It was just awful. Not to mention the fact that, like, if you had groceries you were trying to pick up, you couldn't take those on the bus. You had to pay for a taxi or something, and those were expensive. It's just terrible, man.